as we'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Tennessee Titans taking on Trevor Lawrence and the San Francisco 49ers.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in April, the rookie from Clemson, Trevor Lawrence.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Robert Quinn make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
To try again after the sack, Lawrence. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And that one not going to have enough height on it. Down around his feet, it's incomplete. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. They'll be led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, now in his 17th season out of Cal. It's Aaron Rodgers. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throw right side, caught by Davis. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jalen Waddle, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now Davis fumbles it. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal, Kelly. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Akers. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Cam Akers, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They go play action with Lawrence. Looking deep downfield. They got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for the Niners.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jalen. With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far.
Rodgers' throw pulled in by Kittle.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. This one caught by Kittle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run on first down. Akers, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating. When you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one. There is something to it. Game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses happen their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Now it's Lockett. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Titan football.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
On first down, Rodgers.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. To throw again on second down. Rodgers, he lets it fly for Lockett. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Rodgers. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Darnell Mooney as the first half is winding down. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Tennessee score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Lawrence on first down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On first down, Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Lawrence's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Little bit of a breakdown there defensively, and the RPO turns into a big chunk play.
And when you think about running offense, the word comes to mind, assignment, right? Because you have to carry those out. But you have to play assignment football on defense, too, against a team that runs these RPOs, because everyone has to be in the right place. Who's got the quarterback? Who's got the running back? Who's covering the receivers? This one worked quite well on that play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And McManus able to put it through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On play action, Rodgers. And this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Let's go, defense.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Off the option, here's Akers.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Cam Akers,
his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Titans extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. On 1st down, Lawrence.
He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Darnell Mooney
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Waddle will return this from the end zone.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Still a lot to be determined in terms of their final seeding. We do know they'll be in the playoffs, but in what shape, what capacity, we're not sure. But here, ready for a sports cliche, they just take them one game at a time, right?
And they have to. And look, the thing about cliches, they've been proven over time. All right, we know that. So, yes, take it one game at a time, but make sure that there's no let-up, no getting off the gas, right? No mental letdowns, because each one is important for them to accomplish their goals.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Lawrence will throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Jalen Waddle.
60 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On play action, now Rodgers. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And down to the 11. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But
looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence, man open, it's Goodwin. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Lawrence going to throw again.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. To throw again on second down.
Lawrence.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20.
That's all you got?
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.